Number one, yes, you can get health insurance as a freelancer, and even better, especially when you're starting out, when your income's unstable. Chances are you can go to a marketplace health insurance and get help. Hi guys, this is Faye again, and thank you for joining me for today's freelance mini-series. This is part of our podcast as well, but I want to really surface and introduce a lot of these materials via video format. Why? Because it works out so much better. This way I can talk to you guys directly. You can ask me questions in the comments below, and I can share my screen in a second for you to see how I navigate these websites, what they look like. Today, not a very heavy-duty topic, even though whenever it comes up, it always is. As a freelancer or someone who's contemplating about having more freedom to their career, i.e. freelancing, working from home, anywhere they want, health insurance. Oh my God. Repeat after me. Health insurance is not that difficult. And yes, you can get health insurance even if you're by yourself as a freelancer. The first place you want to look is for people who already have partners, who are married, or who have domestic partners. Domestic partners, by the way, refer to people that you live with, but you don't have that piece of paper. You're not married, but in many cases, you still qualify to be added to that person's health insurance. But what if you are not? What if you're single, you're an international student or worker, or you're a single parent, raising your children? It can get really difficult. So I'm going to debunk all the myths related to freelancers or independent creators not being able to get health insurance. Number one, yes, you can get health insurance as a freelancer, and even better, especially when you're starting out, when your income's unstable. Chances are you can go to a marketplace health insurance and get help. So what does that mean exactly? There's a place called market health insurance. And by the way, what it means is a government health insurance market. And you can get subsidized for the type of plans that you're applying for, depending on a few factors, including, your annual income and whether you're a head of household and how many people that you're supporting. So to give you a sense of what it means, I'm going to show you my screen and you're able to take a look at what FPL, which is Federal Poverty Line, means and what it entails in terms of the health insurance you can qualify for. But let's jump over and explain and look at what FPL means and how you can benefit from this information. In this chart, as part of MA Health Connector, I have listed the data from 2015. I know that's slightly outdated, and that's why I'm going to show you some of the newer information that you could consider as well. This is the latest information as of 2019 for Mass Health Income Standards and Federal Poverty Guideline. So it turns out these FPL numbers are different based on the state that you reside because the living expenses differ quite a bit. So as mentioned in our video, you can see that for a single person, what they do is they break down monthly versus yearly income. I typically look at yearly because it's a number that's just easier to process as a summary. So for a family of one at 135% poverty line, you'll be making $16,872. But if you scroll down to the second slide, you will see that in order to qualify for marketplace health insurance, you can earn up to 400% poverty line and still qualify. So as of 2019, that number for a family of one is $49,968. If you're a family of three, that number immediately jumps up to $85,320. If you have a family of four, potentially mom, dad, and two kids, you're looking at $103,000. So I think this is very helpful to kind of put things in perspective because many of us imagine us to have to make very little amount of money in order to qualify for help, and it's certainly not the case. Another thing I want to share with you is what some of these market health insurance websites will look like. So, and also what type of health insurance you may be getting. The good news, for example, for I'm going to use Mass Health Connector website as an example. You come in here and you're able to preview plans and options that could be available to you. And all you have to do is that you need to enter your zip code, primary applicant date of birth, coverage start date, and whether you need health or dental or both, and you can review the plan. If you have any questions and special scenarios you want to make sure you cover with a real person, then you can call their service and enrollment center right there. Here's a list of health insurance just to show you guys what might exist. And this, by the way, it's not even the full list. This is showing you 10 options out of 51 health insurance that you could qualify for. And here in Massachusetts, you see that Tufts is quite popular because it's right here. It's a local health insurance. I don't know whether it's offered at other states, but there are cheaper options, and it's all sorted. As you get to more expensive options such as Blue Cross Blue Shield, likely you will be arriving at a much later page. Here you can actually see a summary as well. To the left, as you can see, Tufts Health Insurance, Neighborhood Health Insurance, Minuteman, Fallon, BMC, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Harvard Pilgrim, which is also a local one that's very popular. So I hope you find this helpful. Let me go ahead and actually show you guys how you could get to the state that you need to sign up for. So you can search for Market Health Insurance. And from here, what you get is a Healthcare.gov. Essentially, that's the website many of you guys will have to start with. Or you can search for Market Health Insurance, followed by the name of your state. So let's just start at the central place. Are you looking for 2019 coverage? Start right here, and you can select your state. I'm going to start with Alabama just because it's the first one. And then you enter your email address and you start right there. If you close that out, you could see that there are a lot of resources, and they're really trying to make this website better and more user-friendly. There are options you can see if you can enroll or if you can change. And there are a lot of topics that you might find helpful as well. They can help you pick a plan that's best suited for your needs. All right, let me talk about open enrollment. So when can you enroll in these wonderful marketplace health insurances? Open enrollment is between November 1st and January 31st, as of when I'm recording this in 2019, and has been that case for the past 4 to 5 years. What you need to do is make sure that you submit your application during that time. Now, there are other things that you might qualify for in order to apply for health insurance outside of that enrollment period, meaning between February 1st and October 31st. You need to qualify for something called life events. So life events including things such as when you lose your job unexpectedly, perhaps there's a death in the family, or there's a new member added to your household, and things like that that could qualify you to apply for health insurance. And a lot of people are thinking, okay, what type of health insurance am I getting? Am I getting things that are actually don't offer a lot of coverage, or am I limited to the options I have? So imagine when you're working full-time, or if you're still working full-time, often your company supplies you or provides you with a single option. Over the years, I had here in Massachusetts, Blue Cross Blue Shield, which is a really good one. I've had Tufts Health Insurance. I've had, believe it's called United Health at the time. I remember not liking it as much. But whatever your employer chooses, that's going to be what you sign up for. Here's the good news. With marketplace health insurance, you actually have options, and they cost different amounts. And the reason is for you to have different brands to choose from, even levels within each of these brands and companies, is because your situation may be different. For example, if a woman is pregnant or about to be pregnant, she actually needs very different levels or specific things for her health insurance. That's just one of many examples. So as part of marketplace health insurance, you have a pretty big variety, and that changes depending on where you're located, how much you're willing to pay. But I have definitely seen over the years, there's Blue Cross Blue Shield, there's Tufts, which I'm a big fan of because Tufts Healthcare does give you that balance. It is quite affordable, but also give you a lot of options for primary cares, for recommendations and specialists. Last thing I want to cover is related to COBRA. A lot of you know what COBRA is, which is something that your company will offer to you if you're laid off or when you volunteer to leave your full-time job. They typically offer COBRA, which extends your current health insurance with the employer for the amount of sometimes 6 months, sometimes up to 12 months. It's not a problem. it's great. If you are suddenly finding yourself in that situation, you could, apply for it and you're guaranteed to get it for the number of months that you need. However, it's really expensive. So, at the time, I remember for me, this was like many years ago, I was 32, 33. In order to maintain my health insurance, as a full-time employee, I was paying anywhere between $100 to $200. But the moment I leave my job, all of a sudden that price is jacked up to $400 to $500. If you have a family, that's even more. It's very daunting for a freelancer if you don't have a long list of clients lined up for you to work for and you don't know how much money you'll be making that year. So marketplace health insurance gives you that flexibility, that understanding for someone who's starting something new. The final words I'll say about health insurance is that the good news with a health insurance premiums that you're paying for, $200, $300, $500, whatever that may be for you, that is tax deductible. So for example, if you're paying $300 a month from the marketplace health insurance times 12, so that is roughly $3,600, you can deduct that from the amount of money you're making as a freelancer. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please check out other episodes and videos related to this freelance series. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, I mega appreciate that you do, and please consider hitting the notification button. And we have a lot of really wonderful content coming out. They're all for free. And let me know if you have any comments below. I would love to be part of your freelance journey. I'm just excited for you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.